Aly, congratulations at age 19 to qualify for the Olympics. How exciting is that?
It's really exciting. It's been my dream ever since I started.
You got started at the age of 7, is that right, skating?
Yes.
Tell me about growing up in Hales Corners and what attracted you to skating.
Well, the Pettit Center is conveniently in Milwaukee, and my family would go there just for fun to skate. And there's a club, the West Isle Speed Skating Club, that is at the Pettit. And my mom just thought it was fun to sign me up, and I loved it. I've loved it ever since.
Who were the influences that kind of you looked up to, and when did you start to realize I can be pretty good at this?
First, Casey Fitzrandolph, actually. He was, he trained in Milwaukee too, and there were so many amazing speed skaters from Milwaukee, and that really got me into the sport. Even though they were long track skaters, I still really got into it. I did long track first, and then I went to short track and found a much stronger passion for short track.
Why?
I don't want to say it's more fun, because long track is fun too, but there's more of a thrill to it. You skate in a pack, and there's consistently people making moves and kind of craziness happening.
It's called NASCAR on ice at times, isn't it?
Yes.
Because I mean, it's really bunched together.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about your other sports that you were interested in, softball and track. Was that something that complemented your speed skating, or was that something that at times you had to make a choice?
At times I did have to make a choice, and unfortunately with skating, there were a lot of sacrifices you had to make, because in order to be a speed skater, you have to be extremely dedicated. And but when I was younger, I could do other sports other than just skating, and I really enjoyed playing softball throughout grade school, and I ran track in grade school and part of my high school career.
What has the World Cup circuit been like for you at such a young age?
It's really exciting. It's a completely different way of racing. There were about 38, I think, countries at the last World Cup, and it's cool because other than just racing against these people, you actually get to meet them and understand like their cultures when we go and travel to all their different countries. It's a really good experience.
Now, growing up in Hales Corners, then you started at Divine Savior, Holy Angels.
Yes.
Moved out to Salt Lake City so that you could train with other athletes, and they have influenced you as well. Yes,
I was lucky enough to be invited to train with the national team when I was 17. And I decided to leave my high school in the beginning of my senior year, which was really hard, a really hard thing to do. And I moved out there all on my own, and it was definitely worth it. I would not change my decision.
So for the Vancouver Olympics, you're going to be competing in the 500 meters and the 3,000 meters, and talk about those two events and what's your strength.
The 500 is a sprint, all-out sprint right from the gun. And I really enjoy that race because it's really who's the fastest skater, and you have to make really quick decisions because it's only 4.5 laps. It's really fast. And the 3,000 meter relay is, the women do a 3,000 meter relay, the men do a 5,000 meter relay. And the relays, they are nonstop, like just fun to watch and fun to do. It's really exciting.
So even though you're 19, I assume you have to seize this opportunity in Vancouver as if it's the only time you're going to make the Olympics, right? What have some of the veterans told you about that?
They say the Olympics is like almost overwhelming at first. It's not like any of the World Cups we've ever skated in. It's completely different. And
pressure?
The pressure is a little different, but they say the people who have been in the Olympics, that I skate with, who this will be their 3rd Olympics, they say just relax, just treat this like, it's another race and you'll be fine.
Speaking of relaxing, I read that you like movies. What's the best movie you've seen recently?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question.
Because you've seen so many.
It's always changing. The Proposal.
Okay.
Recently, that's probably my favorite movie that I've seen recently.
Well, Aly, it's great to meet you, and we wish you the best in Vancouver. We'll be watching.
Thank you so much.